What's up, my nerds? I'm the ManNerd. Guess who I'm here with today?
StephenShred is always lurking nearby.
Always the lurker.
Especially when we're talking about anime.
Yes, anime. That's what this show is. It is Video Nerds Anime. That is basically it nowadays. We are Video Nerds. And today we promised it. With the What's New in Anime January edition, we were going to do the first 3 episodes of Solo Leveling. And guess what? The first 3 episodes are done. Now, jump into this, man. We'll do no spoilers yet, but tell me what you think about these first 3 episodes.
Man, these episodes are delivering on a level that I knew they would, but at the same time, it's just so much excitement. The world building was nice and quick and to the point, which I always appreciate. I don't need an entire episode showing us what's going on and then introducing us to the character almost in the second part. When we could get straight into what's happening, who are the players, what is the secret underlying thing that we gotta be paying attention to, and then immediately to this is who we're following in the story. Like, I love that. So these episodes have just been like, it's turned into every Saturday is the day that now I look forward to most in the week. Not just for UFC anymore, but Solo Leveling Day is Saturday now.
Absolutely. Yeah, this show, so good. Like you said, world building. At first, it kind of threw me for a loop. Like the first scene and then showing the fantasy style fight and then getting into other stuff. I was confused, and then they explained it. And then I watched it again, and yeah, I was good. But yeah, it was super cool. You get to know the character pretty quickly, the main character at least. There's a couple though. Man, I'd give this a D20 for sure. You were hyping this up. Everybody was hyping this up. So it's hype.
Yeah, it's just got me all in, which there's been a lot of shows lately that have been drawing me in, but this one off of the very first episode. And then, of course, the way that they end the first episode on a huge cliffhanger, it's like, okay, well, now I'm all in, and you have me angry because I got to wait a week.
Yep, and they only gave us 1 episode on the starting day, which it should have been 2. Oh, well.
Yeah, so this one, D20 all the way. I knew that this was going to be an amazing show because the way people were hyping this, as soon as it got announced that it was being made into an anime, I was like, there's no way that this is bad. Because every time people have been hyping shows super crazy, they're good. So I knew this one was going to deliver, and it definitely is so far. I believe we're getting 12 episodes. I could be wrong. So we're only a quarter of the way through, and already I'm like, I don't know where we're going with this. Have some ideas, but I feel like with how much of a loop these first 3 episodes have thrown me for, it's hard to say.
Yeah, it could just completely change directions.
Yeah, which it already did. Like, yeah. If you watch the first episode and you go into the second thinking you know what's up, and then all of a sudden by the third episode you're just like, okay, like now what's happening?
Yeah, at the end of the second episode, I was like, wait, what? What just happened? Yeah. What is this?
It is wild.
So I'm going to give a little introduction to the show without too many spoilers, just like a first episode thing. So people want to get into it, man. And then you do it too, because you're really good at that. So we got this world where it's modern day, but these supernatural portals open up. They call them gates. And inside of these gates are dungeons, like literally Dungeons and Dragons dungeons with monsters and beasts. And they have a certain amount of time to close them before those beasts are released onto the world. And because of this, these people have awakened powers. So they have powers, and there's different power levels. And once you have your power, you can't upgrade it. Like, you have that power level, and our guy is the lowest ever. He is the lowest ranked. He has power, but barely any. And he goes into these dungeons trying to make money. You just see his struggles right off the bat. And that's where I'm going to leave it. Why don't you go for it?
Yeah. So that basically covers a lot of it. You know, these people are referred to as hunters. We see a little bit of what the difference in their rankings are. You know, we get introduced to as of now, unnamed character, I believe. I don't think they named her, did they?
Are you talking about like the female hunter?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. I just forget. Yeah.
Yeah. Her name is. These are Korean names, so Chae-hae-in.
Chae-hae-in. Something like that.
Yeah, because this is a Korean made show. Not the studio itself, but the manga and everything are from Korea. So these are all Korean names. So it's like Apothecary Diary, where all the names are Chinese, and we're like trying to figure that out because we're so used to hearing the Japanese thing.
Yep.
So we see the difference in physical abilities and the difference in what people can do. One of the first things they show us is S-rated hunters. It's a huge difference between our main protagonist. So the world is this wild thing that I have a feeling is gonna just keep changing, because right now it's like you have the dungeon, there's a boss in the dungeon, you defeat him, and it closes the gate, and we're good. No monsters come to our world. I have a feeling we're gonna start seeing some things change up, but it is really exciting because it definitely feels like this is not gonna be a super predictable show, because 3 episodes in and I'm already like, I don't know what comes next.
All right, I'm going to hit the button so we can talk about just one thing. You know what we're going to talk about.
All right, let's do this.
What happened in episode 3.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
Okay, so here we go, man. They're in a double dungeon. This guy, he's smart. He figures out how to survive, basically, but of course his group mates just run away, which they could have stayed and had his power too. But he basically dies, and he's brought back. And now he has this heads-up display in the real world, like it's a video game, and he can level himself up. He has daily challenges, and he's building up his strength, and it's actually showing like in his abilities. And that's just episode 3. How did that hit you?
That was like the most surprising aspect, because when they first showed it, I was like, oh, are we just seeing something that maybe other people have?
Yeah, I thought we were in a video game or something. Like it wasn't a real world.
Yeah, I was thinking more like he's the weakest hunter, so maybe he doesn't have this display, but everybody else does. But then once he started getting the ability to level up, they set that as a rule in episode 1. You have a certain amount of mana and a certain amount of ability, and that's it. No matter what you do, you cannot strengthen up. And then immediately they're just like, well, this guy can. So it just threw me for a loop immediately, because I was like, wait, I thought that was a set rule. Now he's doing it and he's getting better, and we're seeing it. I loved that they had the One Punch Man Easter egg in there too. I don't know if that's on purpose, but it's the exact strength training regimen that Saitama does.
Yeah, that's so good. The daily, they had to have done that on purpose.
Yeah, 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, and 10 kilometer run every day. So, I mean, it'd be extremely specific if it wasn't an Easter egg.
Yeah. It's so good though.
Yeah.
Who knows? He might become as powerful as Saitama.
Yeah, it definitely seems like it, because he's able to just, in the few days that pass, get way beyond what he was before. So the way he's leveling up and everything, are we eventually going to see One Punch Man show that, Saitama's on the same system? Like, it is really cool to see mechanics and I guess the rules of the world change in a way that isn't weird. I've seen so many shows that have these kind of these outlier systems where everybody goes by this one thing, but this guy does this and it works for him, and now he's super powerful because of it. But a lot of the times it's like, well, that's really weird, or that happened by chance. But this one is just kind of like, okay, we have no idea what's happening right now, and definitely makes it more exciting.
Yeah, and it's specific to him right now. You can tell that it could have been other people, it could have been that entire group that was left, but he was the only one that stayed for this, so he reaps the benefits.
Yeah, it's like a video game. If you're able to figure out the puzzle, you get the really good item. And if everybody dishes out, or if they die to the boss, they don't get it.
Yep. All right. Well, I can't wait for this to continue. Really good show. I highly recommend it. You could check it out on Crunchyroll. Yeah, so check it out. Super cool. Lots of cool shows this year. I've been jumping into so many new shows, man. I even got StephenShred into a few. So, oh yeah.
Let us know what you think.
Yeah, let us know. We will. Catch you later.
See ya.